So GTA 6, one of the most anticipated games of the damn decade. This game has been in the news quite a lot, from obviously the delays, initially from those leaks that we got all the way back in, well, I can't even remember where that was, a couple of years ago. Everything surrounding this game is so up in the air with its release dates. We are hearing rumors that this game will be delayed even further because the main content in the game isn't ready. But we've also got some bad news for people like myself who like buying physical copies. And I think we all expected, because any game that is quite hyped up, the physical boxes usually get leaked out, and then by the time you know it, they're dumped on the internet to try and ruin it for people. But we have got some news. GTA 6, the physical GTA 6, will not be coming out the same time as the digital downloads. And for me, this is just another kick in the teeth for people who want to own their games, for that all digital media that they're going for. I just feel like with digital media, yes, it's very popular, but I feel like that by the time physical media really dies out, you're not going to actually own anything, and you're going to be okay with it. You've even got Jeff Bezos going on about PCs, how one day you're just going to be renting them. And this is where I feel like we're going with the gaming industry, and it's very unfortunate. So if we look here, there has been a rumor that GTA 6 might not launch physically at first to avoid leaks. With me, that just means for me, I'm going to be waiting till I get the physical box. I just feel like with anything, yes, you're going to get that FOMO, but why even bother? Unless you really like digital, that's fair enough, and you can play it on day one. But the question is, will it first of all launch on 19th of November 2026, or will there be another launch day? For a game of this magnitude, a simultaneous physical and digital release would be appropriate. However, a new report suggests retailers might not receive disc copies of the game, at least initially. And you can kind of understand that, because it's not like any other game. This is one of the biggest games, so I totally understand that if they refrain from giving out copies to retailers. Let's be honest, if someone's working there, they are stealing a few copies, if not one copy for themselves. There's no doubt about this. So I guess this is how they combat that. Polish website ppe.pl cites a trusted source named Grazdari, who apparently correctly revealed various things in the past, such as Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024's PS5 port. According to this person who handles physical video game sales in Europe, Take-Two currently doesn't have plans to launch a physical version of GTA 6, at least not day one alongside the digital edition. The report says this will be a tactic to help prevent leaks and spoilers for those who receive the game early, something that can happen when games are distributed physically. If this really is what the publisher is planning, Grazdari is unsure exactly what the release timing will be for the physical version. They say they're hearing conflicting things, with some saying it will be available a few weeks after the digital debut, and others saying it won't be until early 2027. Son of a bitch. That is absolutely crazy if that's the case. Even if it's January, I don't care. One of these, it has to be a few weeks. I will wait for that physical release. This game is going to cost a lot of money, and I'm not just going to be buying it digital, even though I would like to see it on the YouTube channel. But wait until 2027. If it comes out November, then you're waiting at least the earliest a month, at least a month to maybe 2 months for the physical release. This is how you die out physical media, and they want that. That's 100%, they want that. So it sounds plausible in a way. Rockstar Games is famously walled off company for one thing, and the only physical version that will shift any copies is on PS5. Even then, physical games is a rapidly shrinking part of the market, so delaying GTA 6 arrival in stores won't have a big material impact on the game's sales. We also only have to look at the unbelievable longevity of GTA 5 in sales charts to know that its sequel, should it delay its physical release, will more than make up for any lost business over the coming years. That being said, it's not confirmed information and based on just one source, albeit a perfectly reliable one. It'll be interesting to see whether this has any truth to it, but of course we won't know until we get much closer to GTA 6 scheduled launch later this year. So I don't know what you think. There's a few comments here. I won't be buying until a physical copy is available. I've been all digital for years, so that's okay. Suddenly a cry of 1,000 collectors echoed in the night. I can see how this makes sense. Spoilers for early physical games has been a problem for a while. However, I don't see them needed to delay by more than 1 week or two in order to achieve what they're aiming for. I'd wait a couple of months longer then. Pretty much every game is being spoiled anyway. I assume the game will be so large, so more casual gamers that don't go marathon the game in one sitting will run on spoilers eventually. So pointless reason to delay. Doesn't bother me as long as a more patched physical version is available. I just find it very frustrating. I understand why they would do this, just because they don't want any spoilers of this game. Obviously, I know The Last of Us got it. That was well deserved with those spoilers, but It's GTA 6. I wouldn't be surprised. They can do that. They can afford that. It's just very frustrating. And they always go on about digital media, but they force us into this. So I understand there's still a market for physical media. There's still millions of gamers who still want to buy their games physical. They do tactics like this where they're like, oh, yeah, see, look, digital media is much more popular. For an anticipated game like GTA 6, you can understand that most people will be buying digital because they've been waiting for this game for so many years. But it's just so annoying how they push us towards it. But I do understand it as well because they want to protect the story. There will most definitely be leaks. I guarantee there's going to be leaks coming up to launch, even for a digital release. You always hear things someone does or someone puts up and then it sounds kind of plausible. So I think no matter what, we're going to get some leaks in the future nearer to launch, but this does help that situation a hell of a lot, although it's just freaking frustrating. It just pisses me off. I would happily wait a month, although if I didn't... I do this YouTube channel, well, the main YouTube channel. So it does annoy me knowing that, you know, I would want to kind of take the week off work if I can. But it is what it is. But what do you think about GTA 6? What do you think about this news of it being delayed? Are you even bothered or will you wait for it? Make sure you comment below and let me know.